Greetings, everyone. It's now Labor Day weekend, and I hope that you'll have a chance to relax just a little bit over the Labor Day holiday. It's our last time to kind of celebrate summer, and so I wish you the best in your celebrations. The purpose of this video is to really talk about some of this last week's activities and to give you some priorities for week 3. So, first of all, with respect to this last week's activities, for those of you who have completed your latest discussion board assignment, which is the discussion board on the 4 moral dimensions and how they would relate to the notion of service learning, I've posted a score for you in the Grade Center. Make sure that you check that out to make sure that we're on the same wavelength there for sure. Also, thank you to everyone who has completed the Rule 2021 self-disclosure forms and returned those to the case office, and also for completing your enrollment in TaskStream and your enrollment in the teacher education program. Many of you have completed all these tasks, and I sincerely appreciate that. They need to be completed so we can move on for sure. So that leads us to priorities for week 2. Week 3, I'm sorry. There are several priorities for this next week. I guess I need to be able to count. We're going to be in week 3 this next week. Here are the priorities. First of all, for those of you who have not yet completed the Rule 20-21 forms and had them notarized and returned to the case office, you need to do that as soon as possible. You cannot, and I emphasize you cannot, start your school visits until the case office is checked off on those particular forms. If you have questions about that, please let me know. Remember, the forms are available in our Blackboard site. Second thing then that you need to do, if you've not already completed that, make sure that you enroll in TaskStream and that you also enroll in teacher education. Again, the directions I think are fairly clearly outlined, at least in our Blackboard site. Another priority for this next week is to go ahead and we've got some discussion board assignment that you need to get started on that deals with nurturing pedagogy. The concept of why do I want to be a teacher, or why teach is our title. Make sure you view the Dalton Sherman video. I think you'll find that very entertaining and I think pretty enlightening as well. I wish I could speak as well as this young man does. And make sure that you watch that and think about why it is you really want to be a teacher. Another thing that we need to be doing this next week, if you've not already done so, many of you have contacted me with your contact information for your school visits. That needs to be done as soon as possible. I have some information that I will be sending out to the contacts that you've identified in your schools for the school visits, and I need to do that by mid next week at the latest. So if you've not yet started that process, that's another one that you really need to get on as soon as you possibly can. So given those tasks and also the preparations then for your school visits, make sure you kind of look through the school visit tab of our Blackboard site, take a look at the priorities there and your deadlines and how you're going to conduct your school visit. Again, let me know if you have questions about any of that information. And then finally, one thing that that would be good for you to consider anyway is click on the Service Learning Project tab. You need to be thinking about that project as well. There's not an imminent deadline on that one, but kind of put that in your plans anyway and think ahead towards that, because it's not going to be too long and we're going to be asking you to prioritize a place and a project that you can do your service learning project throughout the duration of this semester. Again, do not hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or if I can help you in any way in this class. Please let me know. Have a great Labor Day, and we'll talk with you soon.